Today is an obligatory rest for us, the Sabbath in which we glorify the Lord Jesus Christ. But did you know that there are many types of church goers? Well, yes, there are, and let us try to meet and evaluate and freely associate ourselves with them. First in our list is a brother that goes to church in a hurry, fastly walking, very in a fast pace, as if someone is running after him. He takes his seat and crunches the wrinkles in his forehead and nods displeasingly when someone comes in late at the church. He looks at his watch from time to time, so conscious of the time indeed. He is a Sabbath attendee that always complains when the speaker has overlapped his sermon. He always keeps looking at his watch exaggeratedly and complains again and again that it is time for lunch, as if wanted to show the speaker a big watch that his time is over. This is the time-conscious Sabbath goer. Next on our list, grabs his mobile phone from his pocket and switches it on and starts to smile just by looking at it. Looks at some of his acquaintances in church, only comparing his phone from the rest who owns one. He has many text messages waiting for his reply. Types fast on his keys on his phone as if he is in a marathon. While everyone else is listening to the sermons and messages, he sometimes nods and agrees and checks his phone again. When nothing to do, he doesn't listen and instead browses his phone, checks his Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and even emails too. If that's not enough, he plays games and many other applications. In the middle of the church activity, he goes to the side and chats in calls with his friends sometimes, taking selfies too. Selfies, more selfies, and much more selfies. He continually looks at his phone for thousands of times during the Sabbath, yet hasn't opened his read his Bible just once. This is the techie Sabbath goer. This next Sabbath attendee stands with his Bible on his side, very full of himself. He is being considered and taken as a genius of the Word. He has with him his glasses and other books of reading. He professes that he has read all of them many times already, and to no question he cannot answer. When a person stands to give a sermon, he tells his seatmates that there's something lacking, missing and inappropriate about the sermon, and settles it that he can provide the answers because he is the best among the rest. Well, this Sabbath goer sits in front and volunteers to any speaking engagement, invited or uninvited, grabs every opportunity to speak and leaves the other members of the church speechless. Not that they don't have anything to say, but because he has consumed all the time there is to share. This is the intellectual Sabbath goer. Fourth on our list among the churchgoers comes in a stylish fashion sense on his sleeves, walks inside the church as if it was his own catwalk, and strikes a pose as if there are many flashing cameras around him. He has the trendiest clothes, watch, shoes, and fitting sunglasses.
It's winter.
Okay, it's winter. to match his all-around fashion style. He scans magazines most of the week and also shows his sensible learning in church in the way he dresses. He enjoys the attention in the church and always talks about fashion, and fashion. And thus he hangs out and sits with his friends with style. His prideful smile shows when he sees his churchmates wearing common and out-of-style clothing. Sharing his insights in church, but not about the word, but about the hippie happenings in Hollywood, and talks about celebrities and famous trends. This is our fashionista churchgoer. Our next attendee is a young formal man with a sense of style and taste. He shows his undoubted sense of religiosity to the ladies in the church, but only to impress them with his undying charm and ability to speak with them. He concentrates on giving attention to girls each Sabbath and sits with the guys of his type throughout the day. He is fond of knowing that most of the ladies adore him, and only to be labeled as a man who trifles with hearts, or simply as a playboy. He comes to church to impress as many girls, but for now he still wants to collect and never selecting. His aim in going to church is to find ladies that would like him and boast the things that girls do for him to his friends. This is our bachelor churchgoer. The next to attend church is armed and dangerous. They are armed with their tongues and mouths and dangerously firing 100 words per minute. They only talk about things that had happened in the week. They don't care what other people talk about them as long as they tell it to each other what they think about others. They listen attentively and look conservatively. But once seeing a person or witnessing a program that has plenty of witnesses, surely you would cover your ears, for alarming booms and bangs of criticism goes out of their mouths. They sometimes disturb other churchgoers by laughing about tidbits of gossip here and there, truth or make-believe. They distract and insult the speaker by talking about other matters while he is speaking. But nevertheless, they don't care as long gossips are on the run. This is our gossip Sabbath goers. Now let us greet our next church attendee. He wears comfortable clothes, positively pajamas, and shirts made out of 100% cotton, accessorized with pillows on his hands as if not ready to listen and attend a holy ceremony of the Sabbath. Softly lifts his feet inch by inch, dragging it across the floor till he reaches his seat, and spreads his wide arms into a yawn. His sleepy eyes look across to other people around the corners of the church as well as his churchmates, smiles to them very weakly. And then he goes back to his usual pace. He slowly mends into a drowse, nodding his head down, and throughout the sermon sleeps through the words as if they were sleeping pills that he had just heard. And when the speaker and the program is finished, he wakes up to the loud response of the congregation saying, "Amen!" and says amen many times and stands up. This is the sleepy head Sabbath churchgoer. Now let us greet our last attendee. This Lastly, our Sabbath attendee steps in the church with her warm smile. She carries her Bible and carries herself throughout the church and says to the Sabbath members, "Happy Sabbath, brother. Happy Sabbath, sister. Happy Sabbath, everyone." She is attired with a conservative touch and dresses appropriately, not in style but not out of fashion. She is equipped with her soft and tender voice and speaks what she has read and extends her deep understanding upon the matters and accepts additional ideas or remarks about her words. She is slow to speak and thinks twice before saying anything. She listens attentively in the sermon and gets inspiration from them. She reads her Bible and lovingly prays to the Father, giving thanks for the blessings she has received and asks His guidance as she attends this holy Sabbath day. She is our true Christian Sabbath goer. These are our Sabbath goers. Look at them. They are in our church, maybe in this church. Who knows? Or we might even have tidbits of their personality. We may laugh at their description and details, yet isn't this one of the realities we are faced? We should be open for change. Ask yourself, what type am I? Or am I the combination of two or more? But let's not kid ourselves. We might have all these types within us. Whatever your answers may be, we should pray that we could identify our flaws and improve them to the best of our ability and ultimately rest it in God's intervening power. I hope we will be the FILSDAK member, the one who rightfully goes to church at the right time, in the right attire, with the right attitude and the right reasons. Thank you for witnessing this special feature brought to you by the #TheSingles Movement.